All right. So navigating adulthood as a person with SMA can be hard to do alone sometimes. And I know that I've always found so much value in having a support system. And a few of you have already talked about that today. So let's ask our panelists kind of what role does the SMA community specifically play in your life? And what advice would you have for others who might be looking to connect with other adults that have SMA? Kevin, let's begin with you.
Yeah. So I mean, as far as how the SMA community is a part of my life, I have a handful of friends with SMA. My sister, my older sister, also has SMA, which was between the friends and her, it was really cool to be able to grow up with a few people who knew where I was, and they were kind of there too, and we could really understand each other in ways that other people couldn't. And so I'm really thankful for that, both growing up and now as an adult. Um, and I would say too, as far as advice, I'd say as you engage with the SMA community, because now we can do that more thoroughly and more effectively with the internet and with groups like this that starting and everything. um, I would say go in and find a couple of people that you really connect with for more reasons than just having SMA. You connect on deeper things that you are passionate about, like we're talking about, things that you care about and are important to you. Um, yeah, so I would say that's really key, to have a deeper relationship in that way.
Yeah, that's really good, Kevin, especially the, not building the relationship only on SMA. I think that's great that we can find other people within the community so that we get each other on those levels. But within the SMA community, there's people that are going through life experiences that I've either already gone through, so I can, share and impart in. And then vice versa, there's things that people have gone through that I haven't yet, and I can glean from them and ask questions and, seek insider advice, or, hey, how did you do this? Or, what advice do you have? And so I love that about the SMA community, because it can be hard navigating through things that are unfamiliar. And so having someone that's like, hey, I've done this. Here's, not that it's, going to follow their footsteps necessarily, but someone you can, kind of bounce things off of. I think that's really cool. And then the cool thing with SMA My Way, what they're doing now, is just how we've gotten to connect through social media. That is probably the primary way that I connect with people. And I know in the beginning of, when social media was rising, it's kind of, people are like, well, that's not real relationships. Well, I think we've learned how to develop real relationships through social media, which is cool. Yeah, and the website, it's a great way for you to learn more, to read more resources, and for people that haven't done that, I really recommend it. It's an amazing resource.
Yeah, I love what you said, Megan, about social media and like people saying that relationships on social media are actually relationships, because that's just so not true. I didn't engage with the SMA community until like my mid-20s, and I regret it. I mean, I grew up thinking that identifying with disabled folks would alienate me further, but it's like the opposite. I am so strengthened and encouraged by my ties with the SMA community and also the disabled community at large. One of my best friends has SMA, and we actually met through a random Facebook group that had nothing to do with SMA as we both introduced ourselves and realized, yeah, we have SMA. And we realized, wait, you have SMA? I have SMA. And it turned out that we have the same type 2. So that was just such a cool moment of serendipity. And I think it goes to show how kind of seamless we can interweave these online relationships into, our real life. It is so helpful to have people listen to what you're going through and be like, hey, yeah, that sucks. I've been there, and that just sucks. And you can't really find that in communities that don't have that same experience. So yeah, I definitely, social media, forums, Instagram, just anything online is amazing.
Yeah, I have had a kind of similar journey with the SMA community. Brianna, I was not really a part of the SMA community until like my early mid 20s. I, as a dumb teenager, thought that I was unique, and that I wasn't like people that had SMA. I thought I could forge my own path, and I was so wrong about that, that I regret it. I wish I'd gotten involved and opened up my eyes earlier. Becoming a part of the SMA community is one of the best things that's ever happened to me. And realizing that I'm not unique was super big. It gave me confidence kind of in my future, and knowing that there are all these people living lives similar to mine, doing amazing things and living fulfilling lives. It was really cool. I've made friends. I think going back to what Kevin said, it's important that these connections are not purely transactional, where you're just there to learn something. And I think making real friendships with people that you connect with is really important as well. Jarrett, how about you?
I relate so much to Brianna and Shane about finding our community later on in life. Through SMA My Way, this is the first time we as a family have realized and actually felt there are other people out there who go through what we experience. It felt a little lonely for us growing up. Nobody around us, like teachers or counselors, seemed to understand. But with my family and friends as my support system, I've been able to do things I didn't think were possible.